like it all has its story, you know? I did an interview with Big Puppet from American Me.
Yes.
And he was telling me that the day that they were shooting there, that he just sat there and he like really just analyzed for a moment and said, man, all these kids son niños, like they have that inner child in them, you know? These kids were all teenagers. And
went away.
Yeah, and something, you know, happened in life and it fucked up their whole life forever. And it's like, it's fucked up. And again, like I said, it starts at home and we don't know what everybody has really gone through in life that has put people in that type of situations, you know? And instead of talking shit or like judging and everything, it's like, why not make things to better support people, like books, you know, publish a book about it, you know, create a tool off of it, you know? And we're all here for a purpose. I feel like we're all meant to be here for a reason. And why not make this world a better world versus being a dick?
And
you know,
understanding, period, like you said.
You know, like people that have gone through real shit in life really appreciate the moments now. And y son así, like I could be a chillona now. I'm so grateful for things like right now that I was coming, I was like so grateful to be here. Like, oh my God, this girl, like we're fucking badasses. Like I'm just like thinking, you know, because los años se pasan and we're not going to be here next year. You know what I mean? Like we're not going to be the same age next year and the following year and the following year. Y se pasa el tiempo, you know? So it's like beautiful to make these moments really happen.
When did that moment hit you?
I think after my overdose experience. So I think I'll rewind a little bit. So growing up the way that I grew up made me become really tough. And the fact that I grew up with like watching a lot of gang banging going on. And then I had my two little brothers, you know, it made me tough. So I felt like I had to be, you know, and it made me feel good. Like I felt entitled because I was like, fuck yeah, I'm a bad bitch, you know? And so I was a bully for a while, you know? Because I felt like I had to prove myself también, you know? Like me seeing like my older sisters like looking the way that they did with their feathers, you know, like fucking badass. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna make mine bigger when I'm able to do them. Así me sentía yo, you know? And so when I hit 13, I was like, it's my turn, like fuck yeah, you know? And so I became a bully to like a lot of kids, even my brothers. My little brothers.
You were mean girl?
I was mean girl.
How dare you be a mean girl?
Hey, let me tell you something before I get there.
You're so nice.
Girl, I really was. I bump into people from junior high that are like,
they still flip you off.
And I'm like, I'm sorry.
She feels bad.
Okay, I do. Okay, but let me rewind a little bit before I get there.
Okay.
So, growing up, yeah. So I was a bully for a little bit, even my brothers. Recently, I was hearing like music, one of those moments, you know, and I was like, I have to apologize to my brothers, you know, porque me estaba acordando que I'm booking a book signing event at a hall where I had an incident with the priest and my younger brother. Because I'm inviting my brother to be there, and I'm like, dude, it's the same hall where I was like, I yelled at him and I was smelling like beer. And he was like, that was when I was younger. I was a teenager. So my mom took off and she's like, Erika, make sure that you and your brother meet here and you guys go to the church and I'll meet you there. And I was like, okay. So that day I left and I got drunk. I ditched school and I got drunk with my 40-ounce Mickey D's. Everybody knows me for that. Back in junior high days. I'm so proud of it.
I have a kid in junior high and I can't even picture her holding a fucking kawama. I cannot.
So, oh my God, I was supposed to meet my brother at a certain place and I was like, fuck, I fucking forgot, right?
So
how can I forget? Yeah, so me fui en chinga, right? Like, I'm supposed to go to church and meet him there. Actually, I was supposed to meet him here and he's gone. So I have to go over there. So I ran my ass over there and I get there and then the church full of like people and the priest is there. And the priest knew me because I was in the church teenage program, right? Okay. And I get there, and my younger brother just looks at me like, whoa. And I was like, what? And he's like, ooh, you smell. And I was like, no, I don't. And he's like, ooh, you smell like beer. I was like, no, I don't. And then the priest was hugging me. And then he's like, Erica, you smell like beer. And I was like, no, I don't, Perico. And everybody was like, what the hell? And I just left outside. But anyways, I just thought it was so funny because it was funny, but then not funny. So after I was remembering that, I was crying, girl.
Yeah.
I was like, my poor brothers, I treated them like shit at one point, you know? So like, I texted my brother and I was like, hey, I'm sorry. And I text my other brother and I'm like, if I ever hurt you or your feelings, like, I'm really sorry. I really love you, but I'm sorry I was a bitch. We just grew up in a way, like, it made me this way, you know? And one of them was like, what's wrong with you?
Are you dying?
Then,
what
yeah.
the hell?
And the other one was like, he just sent me an emoji of like one of the little rascals, like.
Maybe that's a forgiveness. Hey, okay, you're forgiven.
Yeah.
What is it? Forgiven? Yes.
But anyway, you know, I had suffered an overdose as a teenager when I was 17. I wasn't really into smoking. My thing was really drinking. So I was a drinker since 13. All my teenage years, I was drinking. It was either Jack Daniels or 40 ounce, or like later it was like the little like Bacardis, you know. And I had started smoking out once with a few of like my brother's homeboys. That's when I started smoking out weed. And I remember feeling like it was fun, you know, like I was funny, like everything would make me laugh. And like I would see them eating and I would fucking laugh, like, you fucking dog, you just eating that cake. So I kind of like, pero me la tomé despacito. It wasn't really my thing, you know what I mean? So then, you know, I thought, okay, you know, I smoked that weed and it was fun these few times. Like, I guess it's like, cool, me cayó bien, right? Like, I'm good. So at school, I had met some guy, but I would ditch with all kinds of people, like guys and girls, you know?
Yeah.
And it was just like the thing, I don't know, like, you know, you find drinking buddies and people you hang out with, like. So I go to his house and I pick him up and he's bumping some oldies and I was like, all right, I'm gonna kick it, right?
Right away you were like, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, these are my people. No.
I was like, wait a minute, no traje nada de tomar.
Oh my God, you're bad.
I know, girl.
Jeez.
I really was. That's why now I'm kind of like really proud of myself, you know? Yeah, so I was there and then, you know, he offered me some weed and I was like, what is it, you know? And he's like, it's just weed. And I was like, okay, cool. So I smoke it like a fucking cigar, man. Because I used to smoke cigars. I went to Belmont High School. So, you know, that area, like Union area.
Yeah.
You know, where the laundromat is at and everything. Like, I would, like, just roam around there all the time. And, you know, I would talk to a lot of homeless people and just chill there with them. So I learned a lot about them and their life también. You know, it's kind of crazy thinking, like, dude, like, what was I thinking, you know?
And you were facing a lot of danger.
Yeah, pero también, like, that's how I was able to get, like, my beer and stuff, you know, and my cigarettes.
Older people.
Yeah. And so anyways, that day, I didn't take it all easy or anything, and that shit shocked me. Like, I was like, poof. All of a sudden, I'm, like, in a different world. And